I have received word from Cyrodiil, and they have okayed your appointment as Protector of Solitude. You can begin those duties anytime you want. What? Falk Firebeard named you as Protector of Solitude. That's an official position, Nevox. You have to begin your duties.
Make sure that
What? You can begin by reporting to the Blue Palace, and you can start your guard duty there at the Blue Palace and directly at Jarl Elisif's orders. What? No matter how hard Nevox tries, every time she turns around, the Empire finds a way to screw her. Captain Metellus went on to explain that as a protector doing guard duty in the Blue Palace, quote, protecting Jarl Elisif, gives Nevox the imprimatur she needs to make her new title official. And anybody in Skyrim can now call on her to protect them. Essentially protect them from any monsters, bandits, anything like that they need help with. It is an imperial position. So no, Jarl Ulfric and Windhelm cannot call on her to protect him. It is only an imperial position. But to make it official, she has to do guard duty in the Blue Palace, protecting Jarl Elisif. There's Falk Firebeard. I'm here to do my duty to protect Jarl Elisif. Yes, of course. Go take your position beside her. Yes, sir.
What news have
Jarl
you
Elisif,
of war, Ernst?
bow to her.
I'm well aware
I'm here
of
as your
like it,
protector.
but it's my duty to keep
Thank
you
you.
safe. Tell me.
Just stand next to me, please. Yes, ma'am.
Skyrim.
And here she is. This is what she's going to do for today. This as a protector. Anybody who tries to harm the Jarl, she has legal authority to kill them, no matter who they are. That goes for Falk Firebeard, any guard, anybody, or anything who comes into the Blue Palace to try to harm Jarl Elisif. Nevox has legal authority to kill them. That's what being a protector is all about, protecting somebody. I think it goes without saying, for those of us who know Nevox, she doesn't like this. She doesn't like this added responsibility. She doesn't think it's going to get in the way of her work for Captain Metellus. Captain Metellus has said that it will not. But this is just one more added complication in her life as working for the Empire. She never expected this. She just thought that Falk Firebeard telling her, "You're a protector of solitude, thanks." That's why Nevox said, "Well, thank you very much." She thought it was just, it was a compliment. She didn't know there was an official thing behind it. But it is what it is, and she can't change it. She can't make it go away. Nevox. Yes, ma'am?
Good to see you.
Is there anything else you need?
There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my thane.
Thank you, but I'll have to do that some other time.
Very well.
Jarl Elisif, do you trust General Tullius?
A question I am all too familiar with. One my very thanes ask often. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war that he risks forgetting what's best for our people. The real irony is that, while General Tullius is certainly no Nord, the people of Skyrim would be lost without him. Trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must trust in Tullius's leadership. For what other choice do we have?
Nevox has seen in the past a couple of times with Tullius's leadership, and she hasn't been completely blown over by that. Why did Ulfric kill your husband?
Because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power. Ulfric coveted the High King's throne. He thought he deserved it more than Torrig, and so he came before my husband and he shouted with that terrible voice, like something out of a legend or a nightmare. When Ulfric unleashed such fury, my husband, he simply ceased to be. That is all I will say, for it grieves me to speak of it.
Are you the High Queen of Skyrim?
Not yet, no. Although it is true my husband Torrig was the High King, and I am his widow. Now is not the time to lay claim to such a title. This land is riven by war, and her people suffer for it. The Stormcloaks are a blight on Skyrim, and like any blight, must be purged. Only then will I take my rightful place as High Queen.
Well, Nevox has to say one thing about being a protector is you get to chat with the Jarl. But it's all politics, and we already know what Nevox thinks about politics like that. She doesn't care for it. She doesn't like it. And to be honest, she doesn't understand it completely. That's just not who she is. That's not the makeup of her psyche. So she stands there and watches the court go about its business, its daily business. Well, there's Sybil Stentor. She definitely needs to talk to her to turn in that quest. Ma'am, may I speak to Sybil Stentor? Well, of course you may. Thank you, ma'am.
If I needed something from you, you would know it.
I cleared out those vampires from Pine Moon Cave. I take it you just didn't want anybody out there who might, I don't know, get in your way? You didn't want any competition? I don't know. But anyway, I killed them.
Filthy creatures, aren't they?
Yes,
Living
ma'am.
in the darkness like they do. So uncivilized. I prefer finery, like this. Here, for your trouble. And I suppose I should show you a little about illusion magic for free, shouldn't I?
Anything that she shows Nevox about illusion magic just goes directly over Nevox's head. She doesn't understand.
Steward, I have an idea that might help to bolster the morale of our people in this difficult time. I think we shall have a grand parade, and let General Tullius march his troops from the Blue Palace to Castle Dower in all their finery.
Yeah, parade!
What a fine idea, my Jarl. However,
Nevox
I
likes
would
parades.
suggest we wait.
As you know, Solitude's coffers are much depleted by the war efforts. Thane Erikur, you have a strong head for business. What do you suggest?
This is an unfortunate but unavoidable ebb in revenue. But as long as we continue to support the Empire, our sacrifices will be well rewarded.
Listen to you, speaking of sacrifice. You've never gone hungry a day in your life, Erikur.
And what would my impetuous Thane Bryling suggest instead?
Simple. Let the Empire fight its own war, with its own funds, and without hijacking our supplies and soldiers. Let Hafingar rebuild.
My lady, surely you're not that naive. Such foolishness would only leave us defenseless. The rebels would storm the palace in an afternoon.
The Stormcloaks only rebel because the Ember support the rebels' gain.
That is quite enough. Perhaps I will raise these issues when I have an audience with General Tullius.
And it's like that all day long. They just argue all day long. Talk about innocuous things like that. And Nevox's brain just becomes numb from it. This is totally not who she is. She is a person of action. This is just stupefying to her. Nevox, follow me. Yes, ma'am. It's already 9:30 p.m. She spent a full day here and into the night. And she can't leave until Jarl Elisif lets her leave. Thank you, Nevox, for serving as my protector. You may go now. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, we're done, finally. What a day. She hopes she doesn't have to do this too many times. In fact, if anything, she is now hoping that Captain Metellus will just load her down with work so she will be so busy she doesn't have to worry about doing this anymore. After reporting to Captain Tullius, he said that one of their couriers left some work with Corpulus, and he wants Nevox to take care of it.
Here, take a look at this.
Investigate Bird's Eye Tower in northwest Hafingar. Attention travelers, I just wanted to pass this warning along about the old tower east of Lost Echo Cave. I set out camp just off the road and went to sleep, but halfway through the night I woke up to strange chanting coming from the roof. Ogren the Farsighted.
Need anything, you just say the word.
All right, well, this is something Nevox will look into tomorrow morning. That's pretty much like the Empire. They always try to squeeze out more work from you than what you're initially setting out to do. She's used to that part by now, so at least that's something that she's more comfortable with, unlike pulling guard duty in the Blue Palace. Yes, sir. I'll take care of it. Nevox opens up her map. You take a look at it. It is here, the Bird's Eye. She's never seen that before, and it's east of Lost Echo Cave. East of it? Well, she's never seen a Lost Echo Cave over here, although she did clear out Lower Steepfall Burrow, and Steepfall Burrow in particular, a while back. So, all right, well, she's going to have to try to find this Lost Echo Cave as well. At least she knows how to get there, which is to say she knows how to get to Steepfall Burrow. So she should be able to find this Bird's Eye Tower. Well, it appears she found the tower quicker than she thought she would. Let's take a look at it. Bird's Eye Tower. Well, that certainly makes sense. It's a pretty tall tower. Blood. What happened here? She better be on her guard. More blood. definitely better be on her guard. The bird's eye discovered. It's in this barrel. Cabbages, and they are completely frozen solid. They've been sitting out here in the cold, completely frozen solid. Sack of flour. That freezes fairly well. She'll take 1 sack of that. And more flour. More flour? And some frozen green apples. Okay. A lot of flour. Ooh. That's a pretty nice fire. Somebody's been up here. Empty wine bottles. Salt pile. Salt will keep, even in sub-zero temperatures. Cabbages, more frozen cabbages. Could use them as cannonballs. Whoa. Uh-oh. Maybe this is why she's supposed to be here. Burnt corpse. Dead bandit. Lockpick. A lot of blood, a lot of fighting going on. Her knowledge of anatomy and everything is really good, but she doesn't have to do too much work to figure out what the hell's going on here. People were fighting. Potion of cure poison. Let's wipe the blood off that and take that. Potion of healing, we'll take that. Snowberries, we find snowberries everywhere. Lavender. She'd rather pick her own lavender. Oftentimes she rather would. Honeycomb. It's frozen, but she can chew on it once it thaws out. Soul gems. A lot of skulls. This either has necromancer or vampire written all over it, except for that dead Nords. He was just fighting, but there's a burned corpse nearby, so it could just be a mage. Better be careful. Be on our guard. Uh-oh. Somebody else. Search the bandit. Staff of the Familiar. She didn't want that. Potion of Defender. She wouldn't use that. Biography of Baron Zaya. She's not... I'm reading that, but she's a little more interested in what in the living hell has been going on here. Look at this. This is very odd. Vampire. So, she called it right the first time. Vampire dust. Nordic war pick. If we come across a smelter, she can smelt it into steel ingots. Lockpick off him. Looks like the vampire and the bandits kind of happened upon each other and started fighting. Take gold, take the ectoplasm. She thinks she can use that. She's not sure. Minor staff of turning. I have no idea what that is, but she might be able to sell it. Soul gem fragment. Maybe somebody wants to buy that. Urbane's bestiary, ice wraiths. Gold, rubies, coin. What's in this? Unlock. Expert. Should be able to unlock it. Gotta feather it. Oh, coming close, I think. Maybe not. There we go. Well, another black soul gem, copper and onyx circlet, gold, orcish bow of weariness. We can sell that. Ruby. We know she loves rubies. And a ruby gemstone bow. She knows enough about bows that she knows she can break this down and get some gems out of it. Also, she likes studying bows because it helps her increase hers and make better bows. There has to be somebody up here. There has to be. We haven't even reached the top yet. A hag raven. What the hell kind of place is this? Hag raven feathers. Hag raven cauldron, maybe? A hag's journal. It wears a beak, but they call it a goat. It's covered in feathers, but it cannot fly. What am I? It wears a beak, but they call it a goat. It's covered in feathers, but it cannot fly. Dead skeever, all chopped up. Bandit highwayman. There's definitely all kinds of stuff that has been going on here. War Chief's might. Big axe. Alright, we better bring out the heavy stuff here because whatever's going on, this is one crazy tower. That's it? There's nobody up here? Just all that crazy stuff going on? It looks like people were fighting each other. Well, she's glad there's nothing more to it than that. Burned book, Black Soul Gem. Let's grab that. All right. Well, that explains the blood outside too. Blood there. There's no way we're going to sleep here. Let's get out of here. Okay. Well. Whew. Well, she's going to have to report this, write a report and turn it in to Captain Metellus. The next thing we need to do is find this cave. Looks like there's a cave or something up ahead there. Let's take a look at that. Lost Echo Cave. That's it. All right. I have no idea what's in it, but Captain Metellus wanted us to check it out, and he would ordinarily not say something like that unless he thought there might be something in there that needed to be gotten rid of. Let's go. It looks like a cave. Did this have anything to do with the tower that we just visited? I don't think so. What a... Oh no. Oh no. She hears that sound. It's Falmer. Thank you for watching, everybody. Tune in next time when Nevox Nix has to clear out yet another Falmer cave. Goodbye.